Now, also in Geelong today, the Prime Minister opened the new headquarters for the National Disability Insurance Agency. The Minister responsible for that is Mitch Fifield. He's been speaking to Julie Doyle.
Mitch Fifield, you're in Geelong for the opening of the National Disability Insurance Agency headquarters. When it comes to the rollout of the NDIS, is the government going to stick to the previously agreed timetable?
Look, the timetable for the rollout of the NDIS is embedded in a series of intergovernmental agreements between the Commonwealth and the states and territories and can't be changed with agreement. Next to that, the board of the agency have commissioned KPMG to do some work to look at the capability review which had previously been announced to see if that has any implications for the current timetable, and if there are any implications, then the independent board of the agency will advise all Australian governments of that.
So does that mean there could be some delay or any changes there then?
Well, we all want to see the best foundations laid for the National Disability Insurance Scheme. We want to see it stand the test of time, and the board of the agency will provide governments with advice as to what the optimal timetable is. We want to make sure that this works, and that should be the guiding principle for all of us, but we'll follow where the evidence that the agency provides leads.
Now let's talk about another major policy, and that's the paid parental leave policy. Now Tony Abbott has agreed to reduce the threshold for this scheme from $150,000 to $100,000. Some of your colleagues had publicly expressed concerns about it. Did you think the scheme was too generous?
Well, the paid parental leave scheme is an important productivity measure. It's not something that we view as welfare. We think that it should be a workplace entitlement. And if we are to deliver important social reforms like the National Disability Insurance Scheme, then we've got to look for ways to improve the productive capacity of the nation. And one of the ways to do that is through a good paid parental leave scheme.
But what about that wage cap though? Did you think offering $75,000 a 6-month replacement wage, did you think that was too generous?
Look, I think it's a good plan that we took to the last two elections. I've seen speculation today in the papers, but look, it's speculation. We took a policy, we took a plan to the last election, and the budget is on the 13th of May, and I'm not going to be in the business of speculating.
What about, did you personally though, Mitch Fifield, have any concerns about the scheme?
I think it was a good scheme, and the Prime Minister deserves credit for providing leadership in this area, for recognising that it's important to do whatever we can to encourage and support women to do two things: to have children, but also that they're in a good position to look after their kids and to get back into the workforce.
Is this an embarrassing back down for the Prime Minister though? He's committed to this over and over, calling it his signature policy.
Oh look, be in no doubt. The Prime Minister is committed to a fair income paid parental leave scheme, and that's what we will put to the Parliament.
Senator Fifield, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.